Sometimes I'll go on stage and some otherworldly energy takes over my body.
You're about to do something super weird in front of a bunch of people, and they're about to love it.
This is a thing that most people do in their bedrooms, and you're putting it on stage.
Georgia Lunch is ranked #1 in the country right now. There's no way that she is not the person to beat.
My biggest nemesis this year is Aristotle. He's got multiple world and national titles. He's a fan favorite.
It's anyone's game right now. My name is Matt Burns, better known as Aristotle, and I'm a competitive air guitarist. Competitive air guitar is the act of going out onto a stage in front of hundreds, thousands of people and putting on a show for them with nothing in your hands. These are all like grown adults putting on spandex and just like high-fiving each other because they like threw a guitar in the air that wasn't real and like caught it without missing a lick. And I was like, what a good way to be as stupid as possible and be like rewarded for it. Competitive air guitar started in Finland in the mid-90s. A bunch of college kids had a homework assignment and they were like, realistically, how could you come up with world peace? And they were like, well, if everyone in the world was holding an air guitar, nobody could be holding a rifle. Boom, it's a cost-effective method to like ensure world peace. I grew up kind of just like a class clown, trying to make everybody laugh dancing at stupid songs. My air guitar persona, Aristotle, is kind of a super exaggerated version of that. Most people in an air guitar contest come out like a heavy metal Metallica fan, or they come out like an 80s glam star, like big hair and everything like that. I grew up listening to like Green Day, so I tried to come out looking like a kid who just came over from detention. So this is like some of the stuff for my journeys and travels. Like I am some of them, which is pretty cool. This is my prize for my first world title. This was a pretty awesome thing to just like hold above your head and be like, yes! These are some of the various articles that I've appeared in. This is my Sports Illustrated. It was like a 2-page spread, because like I'm an athlete, I guess. I started in 2008. Since then, I've become a 4-time United States air guitar champion, a 2-time world champion.
He wins again!
And I'm an Air Guitar Hall of Famer. I haven't been outplaced by an American since 2014, and I'm gonna be going against the defending national champion, Georgia Lunch, and competitive air guitarists from the rest of the country. It's gonna be a bloodbath, to be honest.
Georgia Lunch is this raw, energetic, debaucherous person, just a version of me when I don't give a fuck. She's a monster truck, and Brittany can, I guess, maybe be a little more of like a Prius sometimes. I've tried playing instruments in my past and not with a lot of success. You do not need to know how to play anything to be a good air guitarist. All you need is the love of whatever you decide to do with your air guitar. My first air guitar performance was for the Manhattan Regionals in 2017, and I just went for it and I wound up winning. I was not expecting to win. It was just supposed to be like a one-off, if anything. They sent me to Finland to compete in the World Championship, which is held every year in a little city in Finland called Oulu. And like 20-something countries from around the world all send their best air guitarists, which was insane to have my first time in Europe be to play an imaginary instrument, and someone else sent me to do it. It's really taken on a life of its own. I never expected it to get to this point so soon. As the national champion, I have a lot at stake. The 2017 champion, Mom Jean's Jeannie, couldn't compete last year because she was having a baby. She's back to try to get my belt. And Aristotle, who's trying to get that title again, and hopefully I will stop him from doing that. We are in Nashville, Tennessee, also known as Music City, which what better place to have the National Air Guitar Competition than a place called Music City?
Last year, 3 weeks before Nationals, this little thing was born. So, say hello, Julietta. I had to forfeit that right away, you know, before it happened. Part of transforming into Mom Jean's Jeannie is the hair. She is 50% blonde wig. This outfit is the other 50%. What do you think, y'all? Mama's in the high house. Is Aristotle the person to beat? Let's be honest. Yes, honey. I like to tell everyone that he's my son, but sweetheart, Mama said it's time to go inside. You need to do your homework and just sit this one out.
We are backstage at the 2019 U.S. Air Guitar National Finals. I've never competed against Aristotle directly in the U.S., so I'm a little nervous about that. Hopefully the judges like mine a little more than his at the end of the night.
I'm feeling pretty stoked right now. It's real. The night's getting started, the feelings are kicking in, and just being able to make it to the Olympics of air guitar and represent your country, it's a beautiful feeling.
Are you fucking ready? We're gonna kick off round one here in a second. The competitors will have 1 minute and 1 minute only to blow your minds. When their track is done, they will be judged by our panel of 5 judges up there. So fuck it, who's ready to go?
Typical air guitar competition works in 2 rounds, and you're judged on a scale of 4.0 to 6.0, which, by the way, is also the scale for figure skating.
You're scored on 3 different judging criteria. First is technical merit. Does it look like you're playing the notes that we're hearing in the song?
And you play the guitar in like 10 million different ways. Way to fuck my mind.
Next is stage presence.
How much do you look like you belong on the stage? And there's the third quality called airness.
It is just the it factor. You just know it when you see it.
The je ne sais quoi of an air guitar performance.
That was incredible, and I want to see you in second round.
Give it up for Mom, Jeans, Jeannie! Champion Aristotle!
It was clear you were going to change the game, and you did.
Last year, Georgia Lunch was an underdog going into nationals. This year, she is one of the heavy favorites to take it home, so is she ready to take the step? There's a big difference between going for the title and defending it.
Tough act to follow, but if there is one person to follow said act, it is our current U.S. National Air Guitar Champion, Georgia Lunch!
You're a wonderful representative for our country.
5-7, 5-7, 5-7, 5-7. Wow, all right. All you did is missed it. I think
sport. In this particular setting, it's not that great because there's people getting 6.0s and 5.9s, 5.8s. There's no way I'm going around to. So it's really hard for me to figure out, like, what did I do wrong?
Different panels of judges look for different things, and Georgia just wasn't what they were looking for this year.
Our second round advancers, here's how this is gonna work. We are going to play a compulsory song.
In the second round, you don't know what song you're gonna get. It's a lot of musical comprehension.
5.7, 5.8, and 5.7.
You really need to know like when the guitar starts switching, when the solo's gonna start.
5.8, 5.8, 5.8, 5.9, 5.8.
I've scored higher in my round twos than I have in my round ones for the last couple years. It can get pretty intense.
Judges, what do you think?
There's just a new level of air guitar because of Aristotle. 5.9.
5.9, 5.9.
Round two just happened, and we're calculating the scores right now. I'm not sure, because I've been drinking since like noon, and math is hard. But it might be like a three-way tie for first right now, which might mean a triple sudden death air off.
Time for first, Kit Kat, Aristotle, and Marquis. They will all play the same track. They will all get to hear it once. This is where the airness will really come out, everyone. Judges, what do you think about Kit Kat? Judges, what do you think?
I know the song somehow. 5.9, damn it, Aristotle.
5.9 from Tapatio. It's a 5.9. 5.9. And 2 5.8s. Judges, what do you think of Marquis?
Love air guitar.
6.0. 6.0. 5.9.
What is wrong with you?
6.0. And 6.0. Your 2019 U.S. National Air Guitar Champion, Marquis.
Another season in the books, and it was like fractions of a point, but Marquis came out on top. I had a great run. This is the first time in 5 years that I am not the highest ranking American on planet Earth. And it's rightfully so, though. The Marquis deserves it.
The belt feels great. I'm elated and honored to be going to Finland to represent the United States. It's been a dream of mine since I started 7 years ago.
In the day-to-day world, you don't have the ability to do what you have at an air guitar contest. If you act too weird on the bus, you're gonna get hit. It's great that we could just still come together for something so silly and just forget about it all for a little bit.
Sometimes in life, you can try 80 times harder than everybody else in the room and still lose. The air guitar has been a huge learning experience for me in just my own self-confidence, my self-image. The only thing I'm losing really is the belt, but I could come back next year and take the belt back. Anything can happen in air guitar.